Hey guys, Coach Hannah here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry the phone's propped a little weird. I have got to remember to charge my phone before I do lives. So it is propped weird because it is on the charger and I think it's actually going to fall. So we're just going to pick it up. We're going to hold it. We're going to have a numb arm for this live. But basically, today we're talking about why you always seem to start a diet, guns blazing, and things are going super well, and then for no reason, no fault of your own, the diet stops working. Or you lose 5 pounds, and then you hit this plateau, and you change nothing, but you wanted to lose 10 pounds, so you're happy you lost 5, but you're not exactly where you want to go, but you're doing the diet just like you should be, and you are confused. So, the really straightforward reason, this is going to be a pretty quick live because it's a really simple topic if we lay it out. The reason your diet stops working is your body has adapted to it. Do you guys remember, back in the old, middle school, high school chemistry days when you had to balance equations? I loved that stuff. But basically, your body's always trying to balance the equation of what you're bringing in as far as calories and what you're burning as far as calories go. So let's say you want to lose some weight. So you start a diet. So you start eating less than you did. And you start to lose weight. Everybody's happy. Yay! And then you stop losing weight. You're less happy. You don't know what the hell is going on. It is likely because, one, you're cheating a little bit. Be honest with yourself. But 2, if you are on it, you were losing weight and then now you are not losing weight, period, is because your body has likely adapted to the lower calorie amount. So you are not any longer in a calorie deficit for what your body would need to lose fat. So what I see a lot on social media is people say you need to eat low calorie to lose weight. You need to eat in a calorie deficit to lose weight. And a lot of those things can be kind of confusing. So low calorie is not a point in time. It is not a certain calorie number standard across the board. Whereas if I say I am wearing a headband, we know I'm wearing a headband. If I say I am eating low calorie, that's a word. So if I say I am eating low calorie, that has no relevance to anyone else other than me. So for example, if someone came to me as a client and they had not been dieting, they've, just eating with reckless abandon, all right, I just need you to help me get my shit together. I'm not doing well. And they've been, let's say, averaging 2,000 calories a day. So if I put them on a diet eating 1,700 calories a day, technically that is low calorie for them because it is lower than what they were maintaining their weight on. If someone comes to me with a really significant dieting history, never eating more than, 1,100 calories a day for 10 plus years, you're already eating a standard low calorie diet. So to use a diet, we would have to lower your calories to an unsustainable place. So eating low calorie is not just you eat 1,200. I seriously don't even know where that number came from or why women latched on to 1,200 calories. I really am not sure. But 1,200 is a relative number. Currently, my maintenance right now is right around 1,900. So my low calorie diet, I wouldn't have to go to the 1,200 calorie mark. It just has to be lower than what I am eating. So the reason, if you were on a diet and it was working, yay, and then it stopped working and you're pissed, likely, if you are still being compliant, is your body caught up and that low calorie amount that was working is no longer working. Your body adapted to the feedback it was giving. So then you need to lower your calories to a different low calorie amount to continue seeing forward progress. The biggest issue with women coming from, crash diet to crash diet is it was working and then it stopped and I'm so hungry. It's because you lowered your calories so low that you left no wiggle room. So low calorie is not just a place to go. It is not, I was eating something and now I'm on a diet, so I eat low calorie, so I eat 1,200 calories a day. That is not low calorie for everyone under the sun. You are really just shooting yourself in the foot because Then when your body gets used to that low calorie amount, let's say the 1200 magic number, and then you're not losing weight anymore, you have almost no more room to lower your calories to a low calorie amount to keep pushing for fat loss. My hand's doing this a lot. I'm sorry if I've given anyone a seizure. I'm so sorry. But basically, if you lower your calories to an extremely low calorie number right out of the gate, you will see progress. No diet really has trouble working initially. It's a lot of diets fail because they don't get you to your end goal because you run out of steam too fast. If you lower calories to a really low calorie amount right out of the gates, you left yourself no wiggle room for when your body adapts to that low calorie amount and you plateau. So you need to leave room in your diet to then lower calories again. That's why I talk about it a lot. That's why you really do want to eat as much as possible. Sorry, here comes the hand again. You want to eat as much as possible and do as little cardio as possible for as long as possible while in a diet and still seeing progress, because that way, when you do hit that plateau, you still have room to lower your calories and keep using low calories relative to you to still see fat loss. The whole point is finding a way to make it relative to you. I use an analogy. Sorry, I've got to prop up my arm. Oh my gosh, I can't feel it anymore. It's going numb. But a big issue, or I'm sorry, wow, where am I going with this? Oh my gosh, my arm went numb and then I lost my train of thought. Oh, an analogy. I used this analogy, I think maybe a few weeks ago on here, a month ago, but I got a lot of feedback on it saying like it finally made sense. So low calorie diets are really not the problem. It's if you do them all the time, they no longer are new and cause a response. So think of a low calorie diet like taking a kid to Disney World for the first time. If you have never dieted and you go into a low calorie diet, your body is going to respond, and likely drastically and quickly. Just like if you've never taken your kid to Disney World, you blindfold him, take him there, blindfold comes off, he's going to lose his shit. So excited. Huge reaction because it's brand new. Oh my gosh. So think about a low calorie diet like taking that kid to Disney World. If you keep taking that kid to Disney World every day for 10 years, eventually you are not going to get a reaction because that is just normal. That is status quo. The kid has just learned that Disney World is part of his life. You will no longer get the reaction. You're just used to it. So what you need to do is use the low calorie diet strategically, and then you need to take breaks. You need to have periods of time as a human where you are not trying to diet. And trust me, I know how much that sucks for you chronic dieters because I was in that category and it sucked. But if low calorie is your only way of life, your body has absolutely no reason to change because it's no longer a new stimulus. It's just used to it. So you need to pull yourself out of a calorie deficit, start eating more calories. So then when you do, again, implement a low calorie diet, you get a response again. So let's say you took the kid to Disney World for like a week straight and he was super excited. Then like the last day, still super excited, but a little bit less excited. And then you do not take that kid back to Disney World. Let's say in this analogy, so you're eating at maintenance for 9 months, a year. Then you take that kid back to Disney World. You go into a lower calorie diet. Boom, reaction. You start to actually get what you want again. It's if the stimulus is new to your body, you lowered calories, you added cardio, you started weight training, you're changing something enough to get a response, you ride that wave as long as you can, and you need to leave room for those plateaus. Eventually, you might get to a point where calories are so low and you're exercising so much that you have nothing left to give and you still have a little bit more weight to lose. We've all been there. That's when you need to abandon ship for a little bit, hit maintenance mode. So that way, when you actually go into the final diet mode, you can get off that last little bit you want. So your body will react to a lower calorie diet. There's nothing wrong with low calorie diets when they were used as such, a diet, a short-term period of time that is set, not an infinite I eat low calorie because I saw someone on Instagram eats 1,200 calories and she has a great butt, so I just do that and I know it's going to work for me even though it hasn't worked for me in the past 10 years. You got to use a little bit of logic just to realize that if the diet started working and then it stopped working, either your compliance started wavering, there's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to have a life, or your body adapted and you need to leave room in your diet for your body to adapt, so then you can make some necessary adjustments to create a new stimulus, like taking that kid to Disney World for the first time in a year to get the reaction, to get the response. So if you guys have any questions, now would be a great time to start dropping them in, because I am running out of things to say and my arm is not comfortable. But it really comes down to the hand again. I'm sorry, I'm just having an evening. But I'm so glad you guys are here, and it really is just about being smart with your diet. People seem to diet willy-nilly as quickly as you would just like buy a new pair of shoes. Oh, that looks cute, let's try that one, without realizing there are long-term metabolic adaptations and repercussions that really just don't sit well long-term for lasting results. So I don't see any questions popping in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this craziness. Hopefully it made sense. If you guys have any comments, clarification, questions, concerns, anything, make sure you drop them in the comments. I am going to try and save this as an IGTV if you came in late, so you guys can catch the beginning. But it really is, when you have a long-term goal and you're starting a diet, you really need to know where you're going to figure out how to best start, so you don't kind of run out of steam before you get all the way to your goal. So hopefully you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to any questions, comments, concerns dropping below. See you later.